That's crazy. I ain't never seen that before. Oh, but we live. Tapped in. It just went through. So. Ooh, we got a heavy duty one for you tonight. Oh my God.
You know, everybody likes a good list.
A list.
The list.
A list. Hey, unless you John list, y'all can look him up. You know what I mean? You don't want to be on John list.
But yeah, man, Attitude Era Podcast. We are live in the building. We got something to talk about, man. We got to talk about it amongst ourselves. Then we got to talk about it with y'all, our people, the Attitude Era Podcast family. I'm D. Archie Carter, the man in the middle. I think that's Gamaj and, King HP. We are here. I tell you, every episode, hit the notification button so you don't miss things like this. Because we sat down and said, well, the world's talking about it. The John Cena heel turn. They're comparing it to the Hulk Hogan.
Oh, hold on. We don't want to even talk about all that. We're going to get through our list. Because some things going to be on the list.
We got to let people know what we doing.
Oh, yeah, we about to.
Yeah.
It's a top 10 heel turn, baby.
That's it.
But guess what? It's going to be interactive.
HP said I was talking too much. So, I mean,
y'all going to get a vote. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to read off the list by accident. You know what I'm saying? If it's on here, it's going to be on here. Y'all know why we're doing it.
I'm still here.
Where you went?
I'm here.
Archie the Brain Heenan. I don't even know how to say that, but that Majin hat is fire, pretty fresh 91. Y'all gonna be a part of this, so please tap in, jump on in.
Oh yeah,
as you see what it is, top 10 heel turns.
It's the Majin hat. Since we talking heels, I had to go evil. You know what I'm saying? For those who know, they know. And whoever said that, I'm real.
Yeah, they're on Instagram heavy right now.
I'm real.
Roman Reigns in the Fairmania.
We Majin all the way over here. So we got our top 10 heel turn list. Since the world's talking about it, we figure we'd talk about it too. So we're gonna go through our list. Then from there, who knows? So who kicking this thing off, man?
I said a chat vote. First person to pop up. Who y'all want to go first, second, third? You want King HP go first? We want Gamache go first. Maybe it's Archie the Brain Heenan. You know what I'm saying? It's some people. Somebody put an order up. We're going to go off that. We got these top 10 heel turns.
First name I see. First name
you see? Bet.
No name popped up yet. Who y'all want to start
in the chat?
The heel list off. Y'all go. Archie, Gamaj, or King HP. First name
gonna be crazy.
See. First name you see.
See Gamaj.
Gamaj. It's like the elimination.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do.
Selected, brother. Matter of fact,
it's on you. Your top 10. Where we went?
Oh. Matter of fact, I'm sorry.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Gamaj, let us hear your top 10 heel turn in wrestling. Let's go.
Pretty fresh 91. You was close. I just seen you popping Archie, but that was close. Gamaj, Devon Baxter got Gamaj in there quick. We all are quit, baby.
I'm saying the whole list. So we're going 1, 1, 1, and then
no, just go through your whole.
Go from your worst to your best.
I don't think his is in order, so he's just gonna roll.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, ain't really no order, so I'm gonna start right now.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm gonna start.
Hey, the clock is on you.
So I put Mark Henry's heel turn with his fake retirement speech. I got Andre the Giant's heel turn when he joined Bobby Heenan going into Mania 3 versus Hogan. I got The Rock's heel turn as corporate champion. I got the New Day heel turn on Big E. I got Seth Rollins heel turn on The Shield. Roman's 2020 heel turn, the birth of the Tribal Chief. Bret Hart and Steve Austin's double turn. So technically Bret Hart's heel turn, but that double turn moment. Joint.
I can't keep writing yours down. You're going fast.
Shawn Michaels heel turn on Marty Jannetty. And then for the last two I had, it was Cena's heel turn and then Hogan's heel turn. forming NWO.
Raj, I mean, not a bad list.
It's not a bad.
We are all
list.
gonna have some similar. I know that. Then we're gonna have some like, whoa, I ain't think of that. But
yeah. Hey, the pods is up. Now that's Gamash's top 10. Part of this list is he read his. Archie, me, we're gonna go through ours. But then we gotta put them in order. Who's gonna make the official Attitude Era? And y'all gonna have a part in that.
I think how we do it, HP, is we compile the final 10, then we're gonna have to come back and talk about it again.
That's okay.
So this Archie, is part 1. Heel turn list, top 10.
Solid list. Hey, check this out. Now it goes back to being interactive. Gamaj is out. Gamaj is out. He officially did it. Y'all, it's between me and Archie. Who y'all want to go next? First name to pop up in there is going next.
Oh man. Pressure.
First name.
The pressure.
So on Instagram it say Archie Fresh, but that was from the last one. That's not a current. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to cheat. You know what I'm saying? So first name to pop up. I'm Archie Go, Devon Baxter, 708. Right?
All right, let's go, man. Hey, I'm ready for my close-up, baby.
Yes, sir. We're gonna have to move him over. Hey, it's on Archie, the fucking Brain Heenan, the greatest healing podcast, wrestling. It's what it is. It's going down, Archie.
Hold up. I'm in a small box still.
Oh, you gotta turn your phone.
Oh, it's on me. Okay.
You know, it was on me to make you big.
There we go.
It was on me to enlarge your picture and then turn it. I got it. Y'all saw how he's twisting it?
You know, we had the different setup. We had a different setup. So let me turn this.
We did. And that would have been good in the post. We should have, yeah.
Oh, nah, we good, bro.
That's kind of on me. We talked backstage. I didn't mention that, so I should have. That's baby. On me a little bit.
It's Attitude Era, bro. We adjust on the fly, baby. All right, y'all. Come on, y'all ready for the best list?
Archie about to cook.
Y'all ready for the best list? The top 10 of top 10 list?
Ooh, let's get it.
Gamaj, I think you saw my list because I'm coming in at number 10 with the salmon jacket, Mark Henry, retirement speech, swerve on John Cena. At number 9, I'm gonna throw it back a little bit because if you're from the South, you know this was a big deal when the Freebirds turned on the Von Erichs.
I'm gonna wait. Go ahead.
That's good. Go ahead, Archie.
That started one of the best rivalries in wrestling. Number 8, you see the name Archie the Brain Heenan when Andre the Giant joined the Heenan family. He was snatching chains. It was crazy. Number 7, it wasn't as impactful as it should have and could have been, but Paul Bearer turning on the Undertaker.
Yes, sir.
Number 6, we're gonna go way to New Japan with this one. Back when Finn Balor was known as Prince Devitt, and he turned on his partner Taguchi and started the Bullet Club. I'm cooking, and I know I'm cooking. Y'all, can you smell? I'm cooking. Number 5.
The grease is hot, brother.
Number 5, this one for the ladies. Not only did she turn heel, she turned her back on the whole company. Mercedes Moné. She won the tag titles, went missing, went over back to Japan. Just mentioned Japan. Went to Japan and made history in New Japan, Stardom, and that was the heel turn if there ever was one to me. Number 4, I think all 3 of these men turned heel in the same night. The Montreal Screwjob. Brett turned heel, Shawn turned heel, and Vince turned heel, all in one night. Number 3, we at the barbershop, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, one of the most iconic, epic moments in wrestling history. I think you know my 2 and my 1, so I'm going to give honorable mention to Owen turning on Brett, Eddie turning on Ray, and New Jack turning on anybody he ever stepped in the ring with. My number 2 goes to John Cena, and my number 1 goes to Hollywood Hogan and the start of the NWO and the Monday Night Wars.
All right. All right. That's a fire list, brother.
You know what
That's
I'm
a fire
saying?
list.
I was cooking a little bit. Let me see what the chat talking about while HP get ready.
I'm gonna be real with you. The Freebird one you picked and Fit and Prince Devitt, that was on my honorable mention side. And another honorable mention I had that I was debating on.
Brother.
You know
How
what?
you
I'm
give
gonna
me an
wait.
honorable mention? You had your
Okay,
list,
hey,
brother.
hey, the
No.
chat,
I'm
the
just
chat
saying
messing with
that's
it.
not my 10. That's just
Shout out
honorable.
to the chat. I'm a
I,
bit of a
I,
historian. HP, I know you the wrestling walking almanac. You the encyclopedia of wrestling.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
yeah.
hear your list. So, Cook.
Yeah. Oh man, Archie's list is very good. I like Archie's
I
list.
see the
Very
chat say
comparable.
Barra was underrated. They like the Mercedes Monet was
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
It's a heel turn.
Now the very funny thing about it is I have my list composited in a top 10. In a top 10. And my honorable mentions. Literally because they were not WWE at the time was the Finn Balor Bullet Club, which is funny. And I have Ric Flair and the Horsemen with the kickouts, you know what I'm saying, with Sting. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because Sting is Sting, like, you know what I'm saying? Uh so that's a very but at number 10, I got the Corporate Rock, 1998. The Rock goes through all this to meet Mankind in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Kane took out Taker and all this stuff, and Rock gets to the finals, and Rock turns his back, man. And I feel like that's kind of what we see a little bit now, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a little bit foreshadowing. Number 9. These two are very close, 9 and 8. But at number 9, I have Vince Screws Brett, Montreal Screwjob. The Montreal Screwjob is so crazy because of what Archie was alluding to. It also brings out the Vince McMahon character. He was behind the scenes talking. He was a commentator. And now he is no longer. Where did Gamage go? Well, Gamage will be back.
Hey,
He
just
might have
keep
went to
going,
sleep.
brother.
But yeah, absolutely. Vince Screws Brett. Sean turned in that night. Brett turned in that night. And Vince Man got beat up that night. You know what I'm saying?
Triple heel
And he
turn.
becomes Mr. McMahon and an all-time great heel turn. So Vince Screws Brett at number 9. Number 8 happens now. Go to this steel cage match back in 1997 March as they're getting ready to final. Remember, Sean had gave up the title. Brett turned on fucking America. He was like, "This is bullshit. I keep getting screwed. Everybody knows it in the back." That's why I say they're close. When Brett turned on America, that heel turn, he never got like accepted back. He never got some. I mean, it to me it was crazy, and it ushered in the Attitude Era because that was the first time we really seen wrestlers get down like that. Number 7, Macho Man Randy Savage turns on Hulk Hogan over Miss Elizabeth.
Dig it.
Yeah, brother. The mega powers explode. We going into WrestleMania 5. And ooh. I, as a grown man that's been divorced twice, I understand Randy Savage now. But as a little kid that was like 7 or 8 years old, watching WrestleMania 5 and the lead up to it, after that Saturday night main event, when Hulk Hogan carried Miss Elizabeth to the back and left Macho Man to fend for himself, two different conversations. I forgot the number, but I think we're at number 6.
6.
Yep, you're at number 6 for me. Paul Bearer turned on the Undertaker. Hey, Archie, that was a great call because yes, sir. Paul Bearer betrays the Undertaker. He was his number one man. Now remember, Paul Bearer actually was the second manager of the Undertaker because Million Dollar Man was the first, but that's who we knew became synonymous with the Undertaker. Oh, yes. Number 5, Stone Cold sold out to Vince McMahon. What the
What?
what? Why? No, just not. And you did it in Mania in the biggest rematch of history. Oh, brother. I was mad at that. I
In
was
his
really
hometown
mad at
too.
that. Yeah, that's that shit. My number 4, and this is going down to this day. Seth Rollins betrays the Shield. You got to be shitting me, brother. Triple H talking about he got a fucking ace in the hole and all that shit. And they looking like, what? And here comes Seth Rollins with that chair. It played out at WrestleMania 40 and then costing Roman the belt. Roman still can't sleep at night. And that shit was back in 2014. And WrestleMania last year was 2024. And here we are. Roman got double head kicked into the dirt by Seth because they still can't get it right. Number 3. John Cena betrays Cody Rhodes. It is number 3 for me.
Time out.
Even though it's recent.
Time out. That's 3?
That's 3.
Go ahead, HP. Go ahead, HP.
I think I know what the
as
other
big,
one is.
as powerful as that was, John Cena turning heel, it's an older version of John Cena. I'm not going to be a prisoner of the moment because now we got streams doing the most streams. But number 2, it occurs at a time where there wasn't streams. But number 2 occurred at a time where they weren't putting blood on TV. They weren't doing violence like this. And number 2 is when HBK departs from the Rockers. Woo! On the barbershop. Y'all remember that. But they weren't doing blood on TV like that. But they did it that day. Oh, yes, they did. And I was a little kid, and I remember the impact it had. And what it do, it launched off to one of the greatest performers of all time. So I have to put HBK at number 2, turning on Marty Jannetty. And Marty Jannetty never recovered from that. But number 1,
do yourself a favor. Watch the Marty Jannetty Dark Side of the Ring. Marty Jannetty is a nut. In a good way. Pause. Go ahead, HB.
Yeah.
Play the music.
And then at number 1, Hollywood Hogan becomes Hollywood Hogan. He had been a good guy for so long. And this just transcended the whole company. It sent a whole shockwave through wrestling. It turned the WWE from 1995, Duke the Dumpster Drosy having Max Moons to we need to do reality wrestling. These guys tearing it up over here. The promos they was doing, beating people up, the way they shot the filming. Hollywood Hogan ushers that in with Hall and Nash. That shit was insane. And the only person who saw it coming was Bobby the Brain Heenan, who as Hogan was walking down the ramp, he says, "That's the third man, Schiavone." And they couldn't believe it, like, shut up. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit. And they littered the ring with trash. That is the King HP top 10, brother.
Solid. Chat, who do y'all think had the best list? And we're gonna compile from our list.
Nikki turns on Brie, Matt turning on Jeff Hardy.
I had Vince Bret turning on America, but that would have been 3 Bret Hart slots on my list. I also had Jake turning on the Ultimate Warrior. That was a big deal, but it didn't really go anywhere. Again, that's but yeah, man. Yeah, it's some. So we got at least 5 that we know are gonna go to the next round. Cena, Hogan, Marty and Shawn.
Yeah.
I think the Montreal Screwjob goes to the next round because everybody turned heel that night.
I think it does. Gamaj, did you have Montreal Screwjob on your list?
I'll be real with you, I did not. And I'm going to tell you why I did not have that.
Okay, let's go.
Because a part of me felt like Shawn and Triple H going into it, you was in Canada, they was already in it heel. Anybody that really wasn't Bret Hart in that scenario was already heel.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm not saying it don't count. I'm just saying that's why I didn't put it. But it's fair to put that in there.
Right. I'm just saying in real life they turned heel because Bret and Shawn got into a fight.
That shit got Vince
McMahon. Now he's spitting his face.
Yes.
The whole everybody turned heel. That
company. I that's why I had to put it. It was like a real life heel turn. Like it turned Vince to I got to be a character.
Which we both had Finn Balor, me and you. I think that's one a lot of people won't get, but the Bullet Club is probably one of the most successful, most popular factions in the wrestling world.
It's just the same WWE couldn't capitalize on it.
They couldn't at all. because they who went through the Bullet Club, like it's a who's who
And
of wrestlers and
AJ
champions.
Styles, Finn Balor, like a lot of people have
Cody
gone through.
Rhodes, like Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Tama Tonga, Tama Loa, like the Bullet Club was and is.
Tama Tonga and Tama Loa were in the Bullet Club with Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
And now they're enemies as if they've never been cool. You know what I'm saying? Like just this is
See now another
So I
reason
think
why
those 5 move on right away. We're gonna have
but
to,
you see another reason
chat,
why that
what
moment
y'all got
was
going
on
to
my
the next
honorable.
round.
Hold on. Go ahead, go on.
So the reason why the Bullet Club moment was in my honorable and not in my list is because as big as of a moment that was, they still piggybacked off NWO.
Okay, I can see that. They weren't original, you're saying.
Right. That's the only reason why. That does not take away from it, but that's the only reason why it was honorable for me.
My man, Pretty Fresh 91, he talking about Paul Heyman turning on Brock. Nobody had that on their list. Does anyone feel like that?
I had Paul becoming a wise man, but Paul Heyman's been the heel from the day he was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the way he speaks about it, the way he talks like my client is like he's kind of like a lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So he just got clients.
But you know, Jim Cornette used to do that. He would refer to his people as kind of like clients. And then they finally made him the Cornette family. But before that, he was just representing them. And
so I think those 5 are good, but then we got to figure out the next 5. Or do we just take those? Or we just take those and move them around? Because, I don't know.
That's a hard. Let
me ask y'all about some of mine. Y'all both mentioned the Freebird Von Erichs. What do y'all think? Y'all think about that one?
I think it's very good.
I like
because
the person.
About,
go ahead.
No. So when I say the Von Erichs, right? Von Erichs get lost in history because of all the unfortunate events they've had. Freebirds get lost in history too, not even knowing there's a whole Freebird rule about tag teams when you have 3 members. That the WWE uses to this day.
Free like a bird now.
Michael Hayes, Michael P.S. Hayes. He's a Freebird. That's what he was before he got to commentating.
And the Von Erichs, one of the best, but saddest stories in wrestling history. The Von Erichs ran Texas.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And Paul Bearer heel turn. Well, Paul Bearer not being with Taker. That's something, like you said, it was synonymous. That's peanut butter and jelly.
That's peanut butter and jelly. And that was at SummerSlam, I think it was, the Boiler Room Brawl against Mankind.
That Mankind, all brown Mankind with the mask, scared the shit out of me as a kid.
He was a menace.
I thought he was really crazy, and come to find out, Mick Foley really is a little.
He damn near is.
Yeah,
he is.
From the 8th day, God rested. Like, man.
And last one I want to ask y'all about on my list: how y'all feel about my Mercedes Moné take?
Leave that out. When I want to think about women's turns, I gotta really do some deep digging because I feel like I left something off the list with the women and the heel turns. But I
just want a little representation. That's all. But I think it's a legit turn because she left the company. She dropped the title, and she kind of pulled an Ultimate Warrior and kind of held him up a little bit. Her and Naomi.
Yeah, it's not a bad. You know what I noticed too? I think everyone had. We talk about the top 5, and we're gonna put them in order. Cena, HBK, NWO were all there, right?
That's it. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2.
That's 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have to figure out them orders. Heyman, Andre the Giant.
That was big.
That leads us to WrestleMania 3, and it really goes into 4 as well.
Yeah,
because they were supposed to be the main event, but it didn't happen. It was DiBiase and Savage because they had the tournament. But remember, it was a lot.
Yeah, and at that moment when Andre had turned heel, and remember when he was ripping like Hogan's shirt, like they had little kids crying when that happened.
He popped his chain and cut him.
Yeah,
bro, that shit was crazy, and I was definitely little then.
Do y'all consider what Mike Tyson did a heel turn?
When he counted for Austin and laid out Shawn at 14,
double crossed them. Yeah,
it didn't cross my brain at all.
Me neither.
It didn't cross my brain. That's all I can say.
All
I
this
think about it
list
first.
really put together and showed me is that Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and Hulk Hogan are responsible for a lot of wrestling history.
Yes. Yes.
Bret could
They
have
can
easily
make their
had
own
4 or
top 10.
5 spots on my list, and Shawn could have had 2, 3.
Yeah, Devon, I believe. What about Seth? Is he up there? Was he able to? So I don't think Amaj. Did you have the Shield turn on your list? The Shield
I did.
cross?
I did.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, and Archie, you did too.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't. So you're the one that didn't have the Shield. I had the Shield as number 4.
It's only 10
Gamaj
spots,
is just
man.
not.
It's
Yeah,
only 10.
it's only 10 spots. I gotta believe that Seth betraying the Shield is in there in the top 10 somewhere. Not maybe not top 4. I had it at 4, but it's gotta be on this
No,
list.
it was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Like it still plays out in the
It's
cinematography
still
that you
relevant
watch today.
to today. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was
So
also done in a way where, you know, how when they try to like start the action, you can tell it's already about to happen. They made sure you couldn't even tell it was gonna happen the way they illustrated that out.
Yeah.
ooh, Pretty Face 91 on Instagram. He got a point here. He's saying Evolution turning on Batista, but I would think the first turn they did was on Randy Orton. That was the first one, and that unleashes
I mean,
who we know today.
Evolution was already heel. Orton was just becoming a babyface.
Correct, but it's still a double cross. Like
Still a
we
turn
did
at
say
some
top 10
point.
heel
Yeah.
turns though. We did say heel turns, but what about someone turning from heel to babyface? I mean, is that counted in this? Maybe we should.
That would be a face turn, but we had to do a face turn.
Face turn. Okay,
Yeah,
that'd be separate. So okay,
because then I would,
okay.
because for that, I would feel like Bret and Stone Cold would have to be on that list for the double turn at 13.
I also had Bailey on my list because she went from being a hugger to, you know what I'm saying, the role model.
She was on my
But,
This shit
honorable.
tough as fuck. This
yeah.
shit tougher than $2 steak, brother.
Actually, I meant to ask y'all this because this was on my honorable. Would you say Alundra Blaze when she threw out the women's championship when she moved over to WCW?
I
That
think
could kind of
that
be in
was
there.
a big move, but whatever Scott Hall came and did completely overshadowed any and everything, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You brand
that
Scott Hall shit.
NWO Scott Hall jean jacket. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here, bro. Would never be.
Is that a top 10? Is that a heel turn? Because he left WWE as the face. He was a face. He was a good guy. Razor Ramon when he left.
This
He
is
was
where
feuding
the
with
big
Vader at
boys
the time.
play. the big man and the medium sized man. Come on, man. Rest in peace,
God.
Scott Hall, man. Damn.
He did remember he doesn't do WrestleMania 12. So y'all think remember it's Roddy Piper that used him as a fill-in for the Hollywood Backlot Brawl versus Goldust. Royal Rumble, it was the Intercontinental title match versus Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon wasn't even cool with all that touching and shit. He wasn't cool with that. And then contracts play out. They have him lose to Vader, and I think he had one more match.
It's time.
And we didn't see him no more.
It's Vader time.
I don't know, man. I think that Hall popping up at WCW does count. And if it does, that's gotta be
Scott Hall just was different, bro. But I think 1, 2, 3 is always gonna be Hogan, Cena now, because that's just impactful. And Shawn and Marty. Like,
yeah.
Someone's gonna argue the Sealed and Seth though, and I don't think that's a bad argument.
no, it's not.
I had it at number 4 because Shawn and Marty was mid tiers. They weren't even mid tier; they were tag team. They didn't even get to the mid tier. Shawn hadn't even won an Intercontinental title yet.
But like we said on the last podcast, though, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty at the time were wrestling rock stars.
They were rock stars.
You didn't need a title to be as over as they were. When they came out, man, the crowd went nuts every time. They talk about a Road Warrior pop. What about the Rocker scream? Them women was screaming for Shawn and Marty.
Crazy. They was going crazy. Oh my God.
Like another honorable mention I had, and it was an honorable because it was in NXT. That was Tommaso Ciampa when he broke up DIY.
Mm-hmm. Bailey got some Baileys in there. Yeah. Well,
Daniel Bryan heel turn.
That wasn't top 10. Come on, Bando. Don't put that on my jacket. It wasn't on my list, but it's definitely up there. That was a big
Bailey.
Moment. No, chat said I didn't say Seth was top 10.
You didn't say it was top 10, brother.
Only had 10 spots, man. I wanted to have fun. Mark Henry, come on, bro. That's people talk about
Henry
that.
was crazy. I didn't have that on my list. But
Mark Henry was crazy.
I was on mine's, yeah.
Freebirds, Von Erich, that's just wrestling history. Then we all had the Heenan family, right? Andre joins the Heenan family.
Yeah.
Andre joined the Heenan.
Me and HP both had Paul Bearer and Finn Balor starting the Bullet Club. Only one I had different was Mercedes Moné, because the rest was Montreal Screwjob, Sean.
I had Randy Savage turning on Hulk Hogan, and I don't think either one of y'all had that.
Right. Then I had my honorable mention: Owen turning on Brett, Eddie turning on Ray, and New Jack turning on everybody he ever wrestled.
There should be a documentary on Hulk Hogan fucking over Randy Savage. Every time Randy Savage got a world title, Hulk was like, "Yeah, brother, I think it's time for me to become champion again."
Be a man.
Randy Savage, all his world title losses are to Hulk Hogan.
That was
Jay-Z and Nas all over again.
Hulk Hogan didn't bother that man when he had an IC title. As soon as he went for world title, he was like, "Yeah, brother Vince, hey, brother, I think it's time for me to become champ again."
Yeah, Triple H turned on HBK. They shut down DX. That was tough. And yeah, Tommaso and Johnny. But again, that's NXT, and that NXT history is why they are in the position they're in now, because them boys. That's probably if not one of the best storylines in NXT history.
Yeah.
Because Tommaso went out, then Tommaso was champ. Tommaso got hurt. I just love the way he holds his title. Like he loves it. And he called it Goldie. He named the title Goldie. Like, yeah, man. That Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano NXT story is in top 3 NXT stories of all time.
Actually, you know what we didn't say? Nobody said Dom when he finally turned heel.
I don't think it was impactful to me. It just didn't bother me.
I think it's very impactful on to who he is, and think about what he's been involved in. Dom been on IOTV every day for the past 2 years.
True.
Dom wrestled his dad at WrestleMania.
If Dom stopped wrestling today, would Dom go in the Hall of Fame? Would you put Dom in the Hall of Fame if he stopped wrestling today?
No, he's not done enough. Accolade wise, but impact and story. You just had this conversation about Brutus the Ball.
Yeah, that he shouldn't be there.
So, but he in there.
I mean, if I want to be petty and say yes, it's because I'm including the storyline as a kid with Ray and Eddie Guerrero.
Dom had one of the longest careers ever.
He does. I mean, technically speaking,
Dom always in some shit. No, but what Dom has become great in his spot. So
yes, they just gotta start putting gold on this man and start recognizing his worth. Put him in the mid tier, let him compete with Carmelo Hayes and LA Knights, and you know what I'm saying, all that, because really that's where he belongs. He's your best heel, easily. He can't beat him clean. Heels don't have to be
clean. Cheat, and steal, baby. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
If Dom had the Money in the Bank briefcase, it would suit him for his character. Not saying put it on him now, but I think it would suit him.
No, even if he did put him on him now,
I wouldn't be mad at it.
For a mid-tier title and bring prestige back. Probably the U.S. title needs more help than Intercontinental, because Braun Breaker's pretty over. But Braun Breaker's been missing in action lately. He was on Raw this week, but before that, he was kind of like, where Braun been?
And the X-Pac heel turn was good.
It was.
Hulk Hogan, you suck, pal. X-Pac
was that the one that got him sued?
He said, if my friends wasn't being held hostage, they'd be here with me right now. Hulk Hogan, you suck, pal. And shout out to X-Pac. X-Pac gave us this. He gave us the crotch chop. X-Pac gave us a lot of little Easter eggs
People
that
always
people
associated
still.
to the group, but it was him.
Sean Waltman, man. One time for make some noise. X-Pac, bing, bing. I don't know if we need a round 2 because I think we figured out 1, 2, and 3. Always gonna be.
I think, yeah. Where does the New Day fall? I didn't have the New Day on my list. However,
Gamage did.
I think it actually should be.
Gamage
You did.
Yeah.
I think both of y'all did.
No.
You didn't have it on your list?
Gamage had it.
Gamage had it. I think top 10 it could be. You talk about you broke your neck. So what?
It could be. They gotta give the New Day something more than Latino World Order.
Yeah.
Yes. See, the thing about them turns, what do you do now that you've turned? New Days is still new, but since then they haven't cooked like at all as heels.
They've not really
when
even
Hogan
wrestled.
turned, Hogan they filled the ring with trash. When Seth turned, he went straight to the world title picture, became a double champ with the U.S. belt and the world title. Like holy shit, Roman went on all the Shield people went on to win world titles. Matter of fact, you know, Paul Bearer turned on Undertaker. It did something. Just because you've been a good guy for all these years, you turn heel. Okay, now what you gonna do? That's the question that has to be answered for the New Day.
So let's do the 1, 2, 3 real quick. Number 3 spot. Who's at that 3? Is it Shawn, Marty, Cena, or
I'm gonna say Cena.
I'm gonna say Cena too. I'm gonna say Cena too.
I agree.
Only because we don't know the impact of it yet, but we know the impact of it, right? And like Orlando was on here the other night. So he's 16. This is the only John Cena he's gonna ever probably know, unless he gives a little babyface turn at the end, which is crazy to think. Out of 20 years, this is where you come in the story at.
Right.
So number 2, greatest heel turn of all time, is it Shawn, Marty, or Hogan?
Yeah. Shawn Marty.
Shawn Marty. That might be the most shocking thing I saw in wrestling as a kid, because you couldn't believe what you were seeing. But see, even back then, we didn't know what kayfabe was. We didn't know what a heel turn was. We just know Shawn Michaels kicked Marty Jannetty and threw him through a window.
Yes. Hey, Marty leaking. Marty was leaking.
We just
and
knew.
Shawn whipped that.
We just knew we saw something we wasn't supposed to see.
Yeah, this was bad. And what does it do? It launches a career. Shawn Michaels goes straight to Intercontinental Championships, beating the British Bulldog on Saturday Night Main Event. He becomes the 3-time Intercontinental Champion. Guess what? He only lost that belt in the ring 1 time out of those 3.
And again, watch the Dark Side of the Ring Marty Jannetty episode. Oh, yeah. Marty Jannetty got more lives than a cat in the ring and outside of the wrestling ring. Marty Jannetty needs to be studied, and it was a great watch. So it's been decided the greatest heel turn of all time started a revolution. Hulk Hogan being the 3rd man. I don't think nobody would disagree with that. So it's Hogan 1, Marty Jannetty, Michaels 2, Cena 3. That's what the Attitude Era podcast came up with.
Can we get a
phenomenal list though? Chat.
Can we get a 4? Can we get a 4? Can we get 4 and 5?
See, that's where you're gonna get into debates.
I feel we will, but I think all lists had Andre the Giant joining
the Heenan family. We all had that.
Yeah, we did.
We did all have
4 on 4.
I feel like that would be 4.
Or is Seth betraying the Shield?
I think 4. Both of y'all had Seth, right?
Oh yeah, you don't even have Seth.
Did we all have Paul Bearer?
We all had no.
Did we all have the Montreal Screwjob?
I think we all had Brett and something. It was Brett and doing some shit. Pink and Black Attack.
Brett turning on somebody, goddammit.
So we're gonna go Hogan, NWO 1, Marty, Shawn, Barbershop 2, Cena 3, Andre joining the Heenan family 4.
I think that is.
And Bret Hart being Bret Hart at number 5.
Bret Hart being
he did something. Bret Hart did something that got him in the top 5. So we're gonna roll with Bret Hart.
That's a fabulous list.
All he had to do was wake up, man. Yeah. All he had to do was wake up. Some people just gotta wake up. That's it.
Yo, I'm writing that down. Bret Hart doing some shit.
Bret Hart did something. He did something.
Bret screwed Bret.
Bret screwed Bret. And if you don't know, we have 2 people in our top 5 we got interviews with. We got an interview with Marty Jannetty right here on Attitude Era Podcast. And we have an interview with Bret Hart right here on Attitude Era Podcast. So check out those interviews and everything else. I'm pretty sure somebody else we mentioned. Who else is on there? We got Mark Henry. He's on there.
The fact that you said Bret Hart did some shit, and I literally wrote that as number 5.
We got
Bret Hart did some shit.
We don't got Paul Bearer, but Kane's on here. Interview with him. We got a lot, man. A lot. So check out the interviews. We run through the list one more time so we get up out of here. The Attitude Era Podcast best heel turns of all time list at number 5. We landed on Bret Hart. Just
did some
whatever
shit.
Bret Hart does. Pretty sure he turned and turned again. So Bret Hart at number 5. Number 4, I think we all had Andre the Giant joining the Heenan family. Number 3, is current hottest thing in the world right now, John Cena selling his soul to The Rock. Number 2, must-see TV. You couldn't believe it. Where were you when you saw Shawn Michaels turn his back on Marty Jannetty? And number 1, the biggest moment in wrestling history that got us to Attitude Era, got us here doing this podcast, got us through our teenage years, and we all was throwing it up, spray painting shit, doing things we weren't supposed to do, man. NWO, Hulk Hogan being the 3rd man. I think that's a solid list. Chat, do you agree with our final 5? Let me know. Let us know. It's always open to interpretation, and we always here for the conversation. And this is not our normal schedule, but we wanted to talk. But I tell y'all, every show, hit the notification button so you do know when we go live. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Make sure you slide by the YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification button, check out the interviews, original content, and things like this. This was fun. I think the next time you see us is either going to be SmackDown or you're going to see DNA streaming WWE 2K25 because he said he's going to stream for a lot of hours. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Hey, what's today? Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, I hate to tell y'all this. I ain't gonna tell y'all too much, right?
Uh-oh.
We will be live. I can guarantee from Friday all the way to the night before WrestleMania.
Ooh.
Tap in, tune in, tune in. I'm not gonna disclose it. And who knows what time, right? Hit the notification bell. We will be live every day from March 7th all the way till WrestleMania. Heard it here first.
Come on, you
March
know about
7th, you'll see what it is.
We must have missed the meeting. I gotta check
I don't want to say too much.
Check my spam folder.
Other than tap in, tune in, because this was put together very well. Time was taken, so show your appreciation by just tapping in.
That's it. And it is free to hit the like and subscribe button, and it's also free to share. That's it. Gamaj, you got anything before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. This was a good list from everybody.
This was fun. Solid list. HP, you got anything shaking over there on the hall, Prezi Universe? You want to let the people know about?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give y'all a little exclusive. There's an interview going up this week. I don't even know the date, and I'm the one in charge of the motherfucker. But y'all see what it is. If you watch the show from Elizabeth Moy, her interview, she sat down with us for over an hour.
So check out the Hall Prezi Universe, which is King HP's YouTube channel, where he talks about Marvel movies, comics, anything in the science fiction world. My man covers it. And if you're in the music, in the mood for some good music, man, swing by Apple, iTunes, and Spotify. Check out Good Karma by the Archie Carter, streaming everywhere. And if you're into motorsports like I am, my NASCAR prediction video goes up tomorrow over at the NASCAR Dash over on Instagram. And my NASCAR rap and race recaps happen every Monday after the race weekend. So
check them out. Hold up one sec. Pretty Fresh 91. You said that's my birthday. What day is your birthday, good sir? March 7th? Copper membership. Yes, absolutely, Vinny. Hey, Copper membership. Hey, shows are about to restart.
Okay, let me
Y'all
hit the
already
comments
know.
real quick. Devon said solid top 5. Book said 4 for 4. Stone Cold might be in his top 3. Yeah, that's a good one. Vinny
Yes,
told
Stone
y'all
Cold got
cop the
5, but
membership. Vinny is a member, and he said cop the membership.
hey,
Uh,
the next near fall, which will be members only, is going to be Sean versus Brett 1997. Why not?
I see New Day. I see Christian. Yeah, Christian. Hey.
Okay, March 7th is
Yeah,
Pretty
so
Fresh 91's birthday. So tap into the channel March 7th, because like I said, from March 7th all the way to WrestleMania, we'll be live every single day.
a lot.
Tap in to see what we're doing.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
And I will
whole
wish you
lot.
a pretty fresh 91. We will definitely salute you on your birthday.
Of course. And like always, I hope this week is good to you and good for you. That is Gamaj. That is King HP. I am the Archie Carter. This is Attitude Era Podcast. Top 10. Got it to the top 5. Heel turns of all time. We stamped it. It's official. No other list matters. That's it. We out. Since HP got us working for 40 days and 40 nights, we need to get up out of here and see what this is all about. So we'll holler at y'all Friday for the SmackDown recap. We go live during the main event. So tell a friend, tell a friend. It's Attitude Era Podcast. You heard?